music, and then we will start this episode. All right. All right, everybody. Come on now. Let me just go ahead and do this. Let's get this volume down. Sometimes it takes a little bit for me to get things going. What's happening, everybody? Once again, you have reached your boy Onyx here at Going Full Nerd. Yo. Okay, yo, check it out. Check it out. This is a crazy time. Now, people would be like, yo, you should talk about like the top subjects and everything. You should talk about certain things. But I'm going to talk about the same old stuff I always talk about. You got to get some sort of entertainment, and that entertainment is me. But anyway, let's always start off like we do every podcast, every recording. We got to start off with the shameless plugs. So the first shameless plug I'm going to say is if you want hot comic book news, stuff from Marvel, DC, Action Lab, Valiant, IDW, and just Warner Brothers Animation, all that good stuff, the press releases, you go to goingfullnerd.com. Next up, if you want to go ahead and check the podcast out, because maybe you weren't able to get here at 6 p.m. on a Sunday for the live stream. Yes, you may not have been able to do that. You can check out the podcast actually on anchor.fm slash going full nerd, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you choose to get your podcast recordings or downloads. Google stuff. Last but not least, if you want to see something crazy, see something foolishness, get a slightly bit more uncensored version of me, you can follow me on Twitter, and that's at Onyx, ONYXXX169. What's happening to my man Thomas? What's happening to my man Lowcuts? Glad to see you on the check-in. Oh, I think, did I get everything? Did I get everything with the shameless plugs? Yes, I think I have. Now, I'm going to kind of mix a couple of things. I said I was going to get into my review, then possibly take some calls or just talk in general about everything that's going on. So let me just go here, okay? Now I'm going to say let's go for the top 5 domestic U.S. box office. This is going to be crazy because these numbers are off the chain compared to what I'm used to seeing. Okay, compared to what I am used to reporting for you. Let's talk about this for a hot second. Top 5 domestic U.S. box office. Coming in at number one is the Walt Disney Studios Pixar Animation. Chris Pratt, um, my man. Oh my God, I forgot his name. Little Spider-Man, Spider Dude. Okay, but anyway, that's Onward, the animated feature. Tom Holland, yeah, there you go. Tom Holland that pulled $10.5 million this weekend. Notice the number one only pulled $10.5 million, and we are going to get into that reason in just a minute. Coming in at number two is a new release, and that is called I Still Believe, pulling in 9.5 million. That was from Lionsgate Pictures. Coming in at number three is the movie we're reviewing today on the show, or talking about a little bit on the show, and that's Vin Diesel in Bloodshot. Oh, excuse me. That pulled in 9.3 million. That was from Sony Pictures Releasing. Coming in at number four is last week's number two, The Invisible Man, the horror film reimagining. Um, let's see. Let's go. That's $6 million. Or Universal Pictures dropped that, and that's not part of Universal's MonsterVerse, but go figure. And coming in at number five is brand new this week, brand new release, The Hunt, at $5.3 million, and that was another Universal Pictures film. Whew. So if you notice, the numbers are surprisingly low. And for us to have 3 new releases in movie theaters and the numbers to still be this low is crazy. It's wild. It's something that maybe we need to talk about. So check it. COVID-19. I knew I was going to say it. I'm going to say it. The Rona, as the brothers call it. It's got people avoiding large gatherings. It has been recommended. We have been told don't go out in the big groups. You know, this thing has legitimately got movies being pushed back. Movies like Mulan, The New Mutants, all that. They like, yo, no, we're not even putting it out there. I think that was more. We'll talk about that at the end of my review, but that is what I think is a little more money related than public health related, but we'll talk about that. But I'm here to watch the movies to keep yourself entertained. Now, I am going to tell you I have been avoiding movie theaters, but I have like what I like to call alternate means of seeing certain films, and I will continue to use those alternate means to see those films just so I could get the reviews up to you. So that means there's going to be a lot of Disney Plus, a lot of Netflix, a lot of Amazon Prime videos, a lot of Hulu, a lot of that. Okay? All right. So let me start off by saying we're going to talk about the Bloodshot review right after I take a sip of my adult beverage. And if you are listening to the podcast, what I would invite you to do is go over to youtube.com/going full nerd and take a look at the video, and you will see what my adult beverage of a choice is for this show and possibly for every other show that I'm going to do. So let's rock it. All right. Let's rock it. All right. So I'm going to say I've never read a Bloodshot comic book before I watched this movie ever in my life. I mean, this thing's been around for a minute. But the one thing I can say, the first few moments of the movie, it had like major Robocop vibes. And Vin Diesel's, acting style, Vin Diesel, his thing, it it fit a RoboCop style movie, but there were some issues in my humble opinion. So let's discuss it further. So here's the skinny. All right, the concept of Bloodshot. I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty damn awesome. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna give you the official plot of the movie. Okay, here's the official plot of the movie. So after he and his wife are suddenly assassinated, Marine Ray Garrison, played by Vin Diesel, is brought back to life by a team of scientists. Enhanced with nanotechnology, he becomes a superhuman biotech killing machine known as Bloodshot. Okay, so as Ray first trains with his fellow super soldiers, he struggles to recall anything from his previous life. But when his memories start to flood back and he remembers the man that killed both him and his wife, he breaks out the facility that he's in and he's hell bent on revenge, only to discover there's more to it than what he originally feels and to a conspiracy. That's the original. I mean, that's the movie synopsis. Now, I'm going to talk about the comic book plot because I was able to look that up and peep this out. Now, the comic book plot is similar. Okay, Bloodshot is a former soldier with powers of regeneration and metamorphing, and that's made possible through nanites injected into his blood, hence the name Bloodshot. Notice how similar that is. All right. After having his memory wiped numerous times, now we're getting a little insight. All right. Bloodshot is out to discover who he really is and get vengeance on those who did this to him. His bloodstream contains a billion nanobots, enabling him to heal from injuries quickly, interface with technology, and shape shift his body. Now, slight differences, things are close. They got a little bit of this in the movie. The special effects was, it wasn't bad. It was good. Now, I'm going to throw hell here and tell you, and this is your boy. The story is awesome, okay? And in my humble opinion, it does have elements of RoboCop. the law enforcement soldier, blah blah blah, our hero is killed. All right. Now here goes the deal. Now you mix that with if he was a liquid metal Terminator from like what was that T2? Because that's what's going down. You get blow, and then it's like I'm healed. It's one of those things. Now here goes the problems I have with it. Now, or not so much the problems, but this is what I saw and I thought. Vin Diesel does the action well, but the acting could have been way better. Okay. Now, after watching the movie, it made me want to go check out the Bloodshot comic books. And I'm going to say that because, the story is 100% pure fire. It's hot fire, son. And it gives, and the plot lines, you know, it makes Marvel and Warner Brothers, movies, it gives them a run for their money. I mean, I think the story, the plot line is all hot stuff. It was pretty good. It was fast paced, but the problem I had with Vin Diesel is a particular kind of actor, and in this instance, it felt dry. It felt it felt like I was chewing on sand and crackers every time he had some lines. I got more feeling from Vin Diesel in Guardians of the Galaxy when he was like, "I am Groot." Okay, you feeling me? So I'm just putting that out there. Now, this movie, straight up, I do think it will deserve a sequel because they did leave it off in a good way. I mean, the action is what held me to the movie. The other actors hang in there. Guy Pearce, he played the villain in Iron Man. What was that? Iron Man 2, or was it 3? 2. Of No, hold on, let me see. 3 was whichever Iron Man had. It was Iron Man 2. Yeah, Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2. Okay. So, but straight up, Guy Pearce, he plays a villain pretty damn good. I mean, and he plays a goofy villain. The fight scenes, slamming. The action fight, Vin Diesel does that 100%. I loved watching his CGI self throwing down in a couple of instances. I'm going to throw that out there. But for the most part, this was, it was cool. All right. Not even when he was in The Witcher. Hey, But okay, so let's get this. Let's get this. The, the fight scene towards the end of the movie with his second rate combo Dr. Octopus and his sidekick Blind Mellow Jelly, it was pretty cool. I mean, the ups, the downs, the jumping, the shooting, oh man, it was what you wanted in an action flick. That's what you want Vin Diesel for. You want Vin Diesel jumping cars from building to building. You want him throwing down. You want, you know, you want Vin Diesel being an action star. He ain't the biggest dude in the world, but he does what he does. He's an action star. He is not an actor. Fight me, Vin Diesel. What you gonna do? But here goes the thing. I got a doctor overall rating for the movie just because his acting made me cringe, though I loved his action sequences. Does that make sense? Does that does that do you guys feel me on that one? Because that's what's going down. That's how I'm feeling. All right. It was like, yo, the action scene was straight banging. But then he opened his mouth and started talking. Ah. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, what does your boy, Onyx, here going full nerd, give Bloodshot? What do we give Bloodshot on the 5 point going full nerd scale? Well, I'm going to it's a little better than average. So, Bloodshot, I will give it a 3.5 out of 5 overall score because the action was cool, the plot line was cool, Vin Diesel was just dry. Matter of fact, because he was dry, I'm about to take a drink. Mm. Okay, so come on, Vin. You got to do better than this, man. I think you put a little more effort into the Fast and Furious, but this is pretty cool. This is a good start. I hope Valiant Entertainment green lights a couple of other of their properties. I did some reading up things like Rye, things like Harbinger, things like Exo Man of War. Those are all ripe for the picking. Even Bloodshot is ripe for the picking to get a second film if Vin Diesel is around and he puts a little more oomph into it. But who knows what we're going to get and who knows what's going to happen. Whew. Now, if we just talk action scenes, if Vin Diesel never opened his mouth and it was just straight action, the movie would have got a 4. But basically, Bloodshot, sorry, Bloodshot, you only get a 3.5 out of 5. Whew. But that's my review. That's my review. Now let's go into some current events. Um, the phone lines are open, folks. The phone lines are open, and I'm gonna say that just in case somebody wants to dial in, share it with your friends. The phone lines are open. Go ahead. You could call in. Call in. It is. That's the number. Sorry for my international caller, low cuts. My bad, homie. But it's the thing. If people got questions, if people want to say something, it is. Yeah, and you think by now Vin's acting would be great, but it is okay. I mean, he do his thing when he's like, "I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot." But let's talk a little thing. So we got a slight problem here, and it's called the coronavirus. It is absolutely mad out here. It's crazy, folks. I don't know what's going down. I mean, schools. I mean, you may hear a little background noise because kids are stuck at home now. School is closed. I know in the nation's capital area where I reside, they've closed all the school districts for a minimum of 1 month. No school age childcare, no school going down. Yet, they still want people to work. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna congregate the kids in another place, different daycares and stuff. What kind of mentality is this? Because a lot of people can't stay home and work. It's wild. It's crazy. It's a madhouse out here. But here goes the problem that I'm seeing. Okay, so your boy, I went out to the store because, like everybody else, I bulk shop certain things, but I don't go over the top. I don't go completely crazy. But what we got going on here is I went into the supermarket. I went into Walmart. I went into all that, and people are buying toilet paper like it's going out of style. Like it's going out of style. My man Low Cuts puts inside the chat, he says, I hope I got my booty wipes because I can't be out here walking dirty. Yo, okay, so check this out. So let me get this right. For years, your mamas, your grandmamas, your great grandmamas, and everybody tells you, wash your hands, you know, cough it to your elbow. We've been telling people this for years, forever, folks. Yet it takes to get this respiratory disease that seems to kind of transmit rather quickly to get people is like, oh my gosh, I gotta wash my hands. Oh my God, I gotta buy all the hand sanitizer. Folks, I'm gonna tell you, when you buy hand sanitizer, you buy up all the hand sanitizer, but you leave the soap on the aisles, you need to fix the way you think. Okay? You need to fix the way you think. I'm just saying, you know, hey, I, there's no problem buying soap. Bar soap, liquid soap, soap on a rope, dope a rope soap. I'm sorry, dishwashing liquid, soap, folks. Soap, that thing we had back in the day. All this, I got to use hand sanitizer. And people have been saying for years, hand sanitizer is just a stopgap. Alcohol don't kill everything. Alcohol, hey, it is what it is. If y'all clean up, then we won't have a problem. We won't have no issues, right? I mean, I'm just saying. Then people say, well, you know what? If you go out of country, you go out of place, you got to quarantine yourself for 14 days. Okay, 14 days. That's cool, just to make sure that you don't come back with symptoms and things like that. All right, let me ask you a question. How much toilet paper you need in 14 days? I went to Sam's Club, and people were grabbing toilet paper left and right. I was upset because they didn't have my toilet paper. Cottonelle was nowhere around. They had that members mark, single ply, the kind that you're going to use like double the amount. Tell me this is not a conspiracy, folks, by the toilet paper industry. I got jokes, but you got to joke in a light situation. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Do me a favor, just wash your hands, wash your butts. Yo, you ain't got to hoard stuff because you still going to go to the store. I mean, obviously I went to the store. Everybody's going to leave the house eventually. I went out. I got to go to work. I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to drive around, go to work. It's cool. It is what it is. It's what people do. If I had more people listening to the podcast and watching the YouTube channel, maybe I could do everything from home and it wouldn't be an issue for me. But hey, I'm like everybody else. I got to go make that dollars. I got to go make the dinero. But I am enjoying listening and watching the as serious as it is. I got to see the jokes. You got to see the humor in this, folks. We're crazy. We're rough. I I got a I got a message inside the chat, and you know what? Usually I don't. I gotta hide it, but my man Locust put it out there. He said, "Rough toilet paper will leave your butt bruised and abused." No, I'm gonna leave it in there. That the heck with it. It's not like I make money off of YouTube anyway. So. But the deal is, folks. Let's go at things with common sense. I mean, don't ensue panic. Panic doesn't help anybody. Panic doesn't make anything, any better. Going out buying a whole bunch of stuff only takes it away from people who may really need it or who may not have the funds at the moment to go ahead and do it. So think about it. Think about it, folks. It's the flu. You're going to go out there and catch the flu. If you got a compromised immune system, obviously you need to be taking these precautions anyway. People, if you care about people that got stuff, you got to be patient. You got to take care of them. You do your thing. Everybody wants to panic. We're a nation of hypochondriacs. That's how it works. But the thing is it goes back to a line that somebody told me, and they say, and this too shall pass, and then we're going to get the next thing. But I am going to say one thing, and I'm going to put it out there. Somebody making money off of this. Why? Gas prices have dropped. Stock market has dropped. Okay? Yo, if you got money to go ahead and buy some stocks, check out my Twitter. Check it out. Go peep it out. There's a link in there. As a matter of fact, I should pin the link to the top. This is the time to buy some stocks if you got some dough. Because while this stuff is bottoming out, I could tell you for a fact these rich people are buying this stuff up left and right. And when everything evens out, so the rich are going to get richer. And then we're going to go through this stuff again and again. It goes in cycles. It happens. It is what it is, folks. But anyway, I'm going to end it. We are at our 25-minute mark. That's what your boy always does. Everybody, please be safe. Be out there. Check out the movie Bloodshot. Go on to your movie theater. If they got it open, who knows? Businesses got to run. People got to work. Things got to go down. So go out, enjoy yourself. This is the time to buy. This is the time to double down. This is the time to take care of what you take care of. If you guys older relatives, because as you can see in the news, I don't know what they're reporting. We don't have 100% numbers. Older relatives seem to have a harder time with this stuff. Please take care of your older relatives. Get on those Xboxes. Get on YouTube and watch Going Full Nerd. Go listen to the podcast. And as I say, as always, if you can't say something nice about anybody, don't say it at all. Send me the information. I will say it for you. Yes. Yo, I'm going to be honest with you. Let me hit you with that Michael Evans because this is how I'm going to greet y'all from now out. Peace, y'all. And I'm out of here. Let's hit that music. Where that hot music? And remember, yo, I see y'all in here. Yo, hit this video with a like. Hit that thumbs up. Come on. Show me that you like what I'm saying. Let me go ahead and do that. Where that music? Where my funky outro music at? Bam!